I welcome you guys back into my video. I just want to help you guys to just subscribe to my videos so you guys can have the notification bell on as well. And I make sure that you understand straight away. I make sure you guys understand straight away that no matter what I'm doing, every single day is my word I. So make sure that no matter what, if you guys are coming back to the word I daily, that you are the way. Right? You must understand Jesus Christ said, you are the way. And every single day you come back into the word I, you're going to remember how to actually speak, and you're going to actually remember how to do your life much greater for yourself. So no matter what you're doing, every single day you must understand that no matter what, your life must come back into the word I, and you must speak the word I daily to have a great life for yourself. So every single day I'm always focusing and I'm always treasuring my life. I'm always speaking much more words, because that way I'm learning how to actually grow my life. So every single day you must understand to be doing your synonyms and antonyms, and you must understand to catch up with everything, and you must understand straight away to catch up with your life and to be able to go and grow yourself in the best kind of way forward, so you can understand straight away what you need to do today to grow yourself. So I'm understanding that when I come back into my word I have the best kind of frequency available. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself with the word I'm understanding that no matter what, that nothing can stop me moving forward, because my word I is something that actually helps me to move forward. I promise you now, as I speak the word I found my nice and beautiful way of life, and I'm actually understanding that no matter what, that those people who speak the word I daily are the ones who have a greater lifestyle than everybody else. And you must understand straight away how to find the nice and beautiful way of life where you can actually speak your word I daily, and you can have a nice and beautiful course with yourself, and you can have thousands of courses for yourself to make sure that no matter what, that finally you can plan out your life the way you want it. So anyway, so if you want to go and grow yourself differently, then you make sure that no matter what you do something nice and beautiful. You make sure that every single day you're learning very quickly about life, and that you're moving forward. I just want to say that ideas is something that makes you move forward. So the more you actually live to go and read books for yourself, the more smarter you're going to get, and the smarter you understand straight away what to do. So life is actually learning, and the more you're learning these nice and beautiful areas of life, and the more you're learning something around music production or life coaching or whatever you're learning in these days, that you're actually going to learn something far more, which is the word I sequence. So I'm teaching you the word I. So no matter what, when I finish the word I and how I actually speak the word I, you're going to understand straight away how to come back into the word I. And then that way you guys understand straight away that the idea is already with you, because I'm giving you the ideas of how I talk with the word I, to come back to the word I, to show you guys that it's just that kind of communication that I do with I mean, in a sense, I'm teaching you the idea of I language. I rule. I rule. I mean, this is my I rule. So every single day when I come back to the word I, am showing you guys that's all you have to do. To understand straight away how to talk with the word I is how you actually do life. So I'm painting a picture for you every single day to understand that the word I is how you actually succeed. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that the word I is something fascinating in your life and something that actually works in your life. So no matter what I'm doing, is the word I is something that paints a picture in everybody's life, and that way we're learning very quickly about the word I language. So every single day, if you come back to the word I, you're going to understand the sequence of the word I, and you're going to find the actual redemption of the word I, which is everything in the word I. Now you must understand that no matter what, that if you're learning everything in terms of the word I today, every single day focus on that word I language, which is coming back to the word I daily, to understand that no matter what, that we have to go and really find foundation with ourselves daily to understand straight away what the word I really means, which is the word I. Every single day you must understand I is the reason, I is the life, I is the way, as Jesus Christ said. I am the light, I am the Omega, I am everything of this world, I am that I am. I is the language. I is something that starts first. I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I is the first letter of life. Do you understand? Every single day you must understand that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I never cut off my word I, as Jesus Christ said. Never cut off the word I. So I always use the word I as much as I can. So that's what I'm actually teaching you guys for the rest of my life. I'm teaching you the word I language. And it's so important for you guys to understand how to deliver this knowledge in terms of life. So you understand straight away how to so you understand how to live your life much greater. So understand straight away that the word I is something that paints a picture in your life, but you have to come back to the word I all the time when you're speaking, so that you can actually vibrate, and so you can actually have much more intensity in life, and so that you can have a greater life for yourself, because that's how life is in terms of life. Now, you must understand that no matter what, that as I grow and grow myself, I'm looking at my word I sequence and making sure I have more than enough success every single day to succeed differently, and I'm making sure every single day I'm learning how to grow and prosper myself into greatness because I have the word I, and I understand straight away that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm learning how to actually grow myself. I'm learning how to actually be and become the best version of myself every single day because I already have the word I. So because I do have the word I understand that I'm always living inside. I'm never living out there. I'm making sure I'm coming back to the word I. I'm speaking the word I daily, and I'm making sure I'm staying consistent with online ways of being and with what I do online. So no matter what I do online, I make sure that I have plenty to do every single day in terms of my word I, and that way I'm learning very quickly about how to actually speak to you guys because everything's relating to the word I, and that way I'm understanding straight away my communicational skills, which is the word I. You must understand. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better ways to dealing with life with the word I. I'm making sure that you guys understand that no matter what, I understand something about my word I is that I realize to always come back to the word I to have that nice and beautiful language, but I have to always deal with the word I in different ways, and I have to understand straight away that the word I is something that makes me who I am, because that's who I am. I'm the word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, I am that I am. I understand straight away. You must understand straight away to come back to the word I, and you must understand that it makes you positive. So anybody who comes back to the word I today is somebody who's actually doing the work of God. So I'm doing the work of God today with the word I language, and you must understand that no matter what, that it's much more how it's positive knowledge, it's positive content. So you must understand every single day that the word I is something that's manifesting in you today. See, so if you have the word I in your language every single day, you're going to find that no matter what happens, that you always have to lift yourself. So today, especially, I found myself using the word I much more, and I must never let go of the word I must never cut the word I out. I understand straight away how that feels. I understand that no matter what, I must go and grow myself regardless of the situation, and I must do my best job to find the word I always with myself and everybody, and I follow the word I, and I follow the word I sequence to everything. So I understand straight away that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I'm looking at the word I, and I'm always putting I first. I first, I first, I first, I first. I before everything else. I understand straight away how I'm growing. I'm growing myself differently. I'm growing myself in the best way forward. I'm making sure I'm moving forward in life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm looking for a better way of encouraging myself to grow. I'm not saying that no matter what, that I'm looking at the nice beautiful feeling of life, which is I only. I promise you must understand. So every single day when I go and really do anything around I, or I work, I realize every single day I'm looking at the nice and beautiful feeling of I. I is the language. I love you. I mean, do you understand? So no matter what, you must understand positivity comes to the word I, and you have to understand how to actually use the word I to your advantage. So why is the I so important? I is so important because without I can never live. I can never live without I. I understand I can only live with the word I. I mean, in a sense, so with the word I is the actual language of the word I. I mean, it's actually the words of the I. I mean, the I is the language. I is the word of God. I mean, the sense, so it's more how positive I am toward everything. So the more you actually understand straight away how to talk with the word I, the more you're actually going to live this life. It's that simple. That's why I'm teaching this nice and beautiful teaching, which is the word I. The word I is the teaching. If you understand, how I come back to the word I daily in my subjects and what I teach, I understand that the word I teaches you everything that you need to understand about life every single day. So make sure that no matter what, that if you're teaching yourself the word I every single day, that you're understanding straight away how you're actually learning and you're actually growing, and how you're actually learning and growing yourself into the best kind of version of yourself. But no matter what, I'm always reaching more popularity, and I'm always reaching much more people with what I do, because the word I is something that is the best kind of language in the world. So every single day you must understand that no matter what I do today, that everybody's alone and everybody has to read something. So I have over 1,000 hours of knowledge and material that you have to read. And everybody has to read. I'm pretty sure everybody has to read something. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that you guys have a lot of knowledge from me to explain something around business and life and techniques around life and skills to grasp a nice and beautiful life for yourself, to make sure that you're doing much greater with the word I. So make sure you understand straight away that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I'm looking at the word I every single day, and I'm making sure that I'm showing up for the occasion. I'm showing up for my videos. I'm making sure that I'm very successful with what I do. I'm making sure that no matter what, that my life is the word I, and making sure that my life is moving ahead of the word I all the time, and making sure all the time I have that nice and beautiful feeling of I. I is the feeling. I is the way. I is everything. I am the light and the mega and everything. So I'm understanding straight away that I'm just like Jesus Christ. I speak the word I language. I make sure that no matter what, that the I is something that is nice and beautiful. So every single time I talk to you, I talk with the word I talk with the word I sequence, because that's exactly how Jesus Christ talks. Unfortunately, Jesus Christ talks exactly like me. I is everything. I is the way. I mean, you're saying, I have to understand that Jesus Christ talks in the way of the I direction. I mean, you're saying, I is the way. I mean, every single day you must understand that no matter what, that if you're talking the word I, then you must never cut your word I out. I mean, you're saying, I mean, make sure you understand, never cut the word I out. I mean, just like Jesus Christ said, I mean, use the word I in the beginning and the end. I start with the word I finish with the word I promise you that's how you communicate. I promise you must understand. So no matter what, I promise you, if you communicate this way, I promise you have to do it. Just like I have to do it in this video, then you have to go and talk out your own video and talk the way I do in your own video, but in your way. And you have your own type of way to talk. Which everybody has their own way to talk. But the word I is everything, and the word I is manifesting in your life. But everything starts with the word I and finishes with the word I. Which you must understand that no matter what, that every single day, that there's a physical limit in life, and you must understand that in spiritual aspects, there is no limit in the spiritual dome. I mean, in a sense, so the spiritual dome is anything that is unlimitless, in terms of limitless. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life, and you're making sure that no matter what, that the word I is something special with yourself, and you're making sure that no matter what, that the word I is actually training in you, and making sure that no matter what, that you're training yourself with the word I, and making sure every single day you're learning that nice and beautiful feeling of being with the word I daily, because that's how it's going to be. Because no matter what you're doing today, that your word I is actually manifesting much more of a greater life, and you must understand straight away how much more you feel when you have the word I in your favor. So make sure you understand that no matter what, you're learning how to do much greater for yourself and other people by talking to the word I every single day, and talk to your own word I. Make sure you grab your word I and throw it at people, just like I throw it at you. I throw the word I at you right here. They're saying I'm giving you those ideas. I'm making sure I'm giving you guys how I'm smart in my life, and how I'm smart in my life. I'm putting into a video so that you can grab those ideas, so that you can be smart just like that. You must understand. And then I'm painting pictures for you to be able to go and really, really dwell upon my life much greater. But make sure you understand that no matter what, that as I'm positive, because I'm positive, and because I'm positive in my life, I'm making sure that you guys understand I'm nice and beautiful with what I'm saying to you, because I understand straight away. I understand that it's much more about I. I is the way. I is the forward way of life. I'm the forward motion of life. Make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand that if you want to help yourself to deliver information services, and if you want to go and check out something around life, then you make sure that no matter what, that you're always understanding something around I language. I is the way, and I is always the nice and beautiful way of life. I've urged you now, you must understand to always go and give people all this knowledge and material every single day in terms of the word I language. And you have to be showing up for the courses that you're doing. You have to be making sure that no matter what, that you're looking at your word I here, and you're making sure that you're giving the word I to people in different ways. So make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually be prosperous. So every single day, I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that as I'm growing today, I'm understanding that the world is filled with I. I have so much I in my life because I'm so intrigued in my I. I'm so intrigued of my I that I never ever lose sight of my word I just keep going in the word I direction, and I have curiousness, I have interest in my word I, because the word I is what I talk about all day long. I talk about the word I all day long, and that's it. I promise you now, because I talk about the I all day long, I find interest in my word I find interest in who I am, and that's it. I promise you must understand straight away that if you talk about I all day long, then you have so much more of what you want in life. So what you want is the word I, and that's all you want in life. I promise you every single day you must understand to come back to the word I in terms of your language, and understand it's the best way to talk, and it's the best way to do life. And every single day just learn how to understand, to no matter what, to understand your word I sequence. And this word, I promise you, the sequence of the word I is, the word I is the favorable way to be. And breathe. Breathe and make sure that your life is nice and beautiful in the word I, and make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about the word I language. So make sure that no matter what, that you have more than enough time and money and success in your life to make sure that you're growing yourself in the word I symptom, and making sure that no matter what, that you have that nice and beautiful way of life. So every single day when I look at my word I, I'm looking at the nice and beautiful word I. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm giving you ideas upon the word I. I'm making sure I'm putting all the nice and beautiful sum up of information in the word I to give it to you, to make sure that no matter what, I'm looking for ways to craft my word I and sentencing, to make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning the word I and how to talk about the word I all day long. So it's very important, guys, to make sure that you have that nice and beautiful word I language. So today more than ever before, that we are living a lifetime now that we're living much better than before. And this life now that we have around here, in terms of around here in life, living in terms of we are living a much greater life than how it was before. So we are something much greater than before. So you must understand that humanity as a whole is much greater than before. So make sure you understand that no matter what we do today, that we are limitless in the way we're talking. Understand? You must understand straight away that planes have been only around for about 100 years. So no matter what, you must understand that every single day you must understand straight away how to grow your life, and you must grow the type of life that you have right now with the word I. So make sure you understand straight away that you're giving people ideas upon ideas upon ideas upon ideas to grow them. So the more you actually grow people with your mindset, and give people your mindset is all we're talking about. So give people the word I, and give people the word of your life, which is the word I. I'm talking about the word I all day long. And make sure you understand to give people the positive mindset that you have, and pass it on and be in video for it. And make sure you understand, to keep going with that, and make sure you show up 1 hour a day on video every single day of your life, because that's at least 3 years of your life on video. And no matter what, like this, we're going to coach people. We're going to coach people our mindset, because your mindset is very important, and you can teach people and you can help people a great deal. So make sure you understand that straight away, that as I'm growing myself, and as I'm growing myself in my company and who I am in the process of everything, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm positive with my situation. I'm making sure that there is a lot of time to live life, and I'm making sure I understand straight away how on my nice and beautiful ways of life, I understand that with real estate I can times X with 7. I can 7 times my real estate money right now at the moment, but I'm understanding that no matter what, that in real estate you can only have 10x your money in real estate, and you must understand that. First, you must understand that what's important right now is to have a nice beautiful lifestyle, and you must understand straight away how you must grow yourself in different ways. And if you're growing yourself in different ways, that you must understand that you are growing in different ways right now, and making sure that no matter what, that you're positive and finding a scenario for your life to make sure that you're growing yourself in the best type of ways is the best kind of way forward for you. So make sure that you understand straight away that what's important is understanding the word I in everything, and making sure that no matter what, that the word I is something that you talk about in different ways, but making sure we're reaching for those ideas. And reaching for ideas and making sure that we're giving those people ideas every single day is the best kind of way forward. And you must understand that the word I is something that no matter what we do, that the word I is something that makes people move forward. And you must understand straight away that if you're talking about the word I, or if you're talking about something that's nice and beautiful for yourself in the word I language, you make sure that no matter what, that you're learning much quicker every single day how to do your life with the word I, and how to actually give people your word I language, and learning how to actually dwell upon life. I promise you, if you dwell upon life in a different way, and you have to understand everybody's different, but you must understand then to go and really dwell upon something better, which is better communicational skills, and learn how to read. So when you're reading something, learn to read and watch images of life. Go and learn images of life. Go and learn images of life, or read and write something, and read and write, and read and write. And learn to read and write something, or watch images while you write something down. And make sure you're always writing something down. Make sure you're always printing your information onto this paper of life. And you must understand that this paper of life is this video, or audio program, or video program, or any type of writing materials. Or make sure you understand straight away how you actually go throughout life making a greater deal. And make sure you understand straight away, you have to understand that you love your life, and you love your life differently. And make sure you come back to the word I again and again, so you understand the word I is who you are. And I understand straight away that no matter what, that the word I is the focus, and the prime focus of my language is the word I. So I'm not saying that I'm never getting lost in my communicational skills, because I'm coming back to the word I always. But before, I was unaware of the word I, and I was using every other word to start my sentencing. But now I just start with the sentence of the word I, and then I finish with the word I. And every single sentence I start is the word I, in terms of the word I. And every single sentence I finish is the word I as well. In the sense, so make sure you understand that straight away, I'm looking at the word I come back to the word I make sure that no matter what, that my life here is nice and beautiful with the word I, and I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed daily, because I understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning something. I'm learning something for nothing. I'm making sure that my beautiful thoughts are coming up online, and that I'm helping you with something at least. So I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful tone. I have the tone of the universe in my favor, with helping you to succeed differently as well. I'm giving something for nothing. I'm making sure I'm helping you in some type of regard, yeah? I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about how I'm moving forward, and how I'm especially moving forward ahead of people these days in terms of life, because I'm doing much more work than them. I'm doing much more words than them in this life. So of course I'm going to attract a better life than they are. In a sense, so no matter what, I'm learning how it's never a competition with other people, but I'm understanding straight away, I'm learning how to grow myself with what I do in terms of my word I, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how to actually accomplish a greater way of life for myself, especially. So I'm making sure that no matter what, I've woken up to the occasion, I've woken up to my sins and everything I've done in this life, and I'm making sure I'm no longer sinning in this life. I'm making sure that I'm using the 10 Commandments of God. I'm following Jesus Christ, as you can see, Jesus Christ, and you can see straight away how I feel. So no matter what I'm doing, is I'm focusing on helping myself to succeed differently, and I'm making sure that my way of life is nice and beautiful for myself. So every single day I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life. I'm learning how to actually dwell upon life itself. I'm learning how to actually study upon my life, and I'm making sure that my word I is carrying through life. And I'm carrying my life in the word I sequence, because that's how I actually grow. And I grow through the word I, and make sure that no matter what, that the word I is something that's actually always an attempt to help you. I'm always helping you in different regards. I'm always making sure I'm using different scenarios. I'm using different ways of being. I'm using different ways of communicating to you every single day. I'm making sure that I have much more an attempt to help you guys to succeed differently, and I'm making sure that you guys are somebody in my field of vibration every single time in the word I. And I'm learning how people are different in terms of how much content they leave behind. And you guys have to understand straight away how you have to deliver something. You have to put your focus into something, yeah? So make sure you put it into yourself in the word I. I see when you're talking to other people, it's much better for you to be silent more than them. And you have to be more silent than they are. And make sure you understand straight away that it's much more if you're leading the conversation with them, then they get, guess what? They get angry. They get angry at you if you lead the conversation with them. You must understand. Although make sure you understand you have to be a great listener to be able to understand. When people lead the conversation with you, you have to listen. Listen in, and just be listening. And never ignore them, but listen to them completely. And that way you have to understand straight away how you can grow yourself, yeah? And every single day we're learning how to actually prosper. We're prospering in different ways, and we're making sure that no matter what, that you love your life in different ways. So make sure that no matter what, that if you're growing yourself differently, that you're making sure that you deliver content in different ways, and you're making sure that you're resting in a better way, and you're resting in peace, and making sure that no matter what, that you have that nice and beautiful way of life every single day. So give your mindset, give the people your mindset, because that mindset is what you hold, that is very positive, that people can hold on to, that can also give their life for that, and that they can become just like you in those thoughts that you hold, and making sure that no matter what, that you're shifting and shape shifting people in a greater way of dealings, in terms of greater way of dealings of life, and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about the art of persuasion and thoughts and encouragement every single day in different ways, in different realms, and you're making sure that everybody in your life is accomplishing something. And you have to be accomplishing your life much greater. And you have to be something in terms of life, and you have to be brushing your teeth before you go to sleep, and you have to make sure that you brush your teeth in the morning and at night time, and after every single time you eat, you brush your teeth. After every time you eat something, in a sense, so make sure you understand that after you drink something, brush your teeth, and after you also understand that, just understand to brush your teeth always. In a sense, so every single day you must understand that no matter what, that as I'm growing yourself, as I'm growing myself over here, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm looking at that nice and beautiful way of life, and making sure that I have that nice and beautiful way of life coming forward, and that's my nice and beautiful positive style of communication skills I'm actually performing for you every single day. So I'm making sure that I'm much more smarter now than ever before. I'm making sure that no matter what, that it's because I am lifting my way in the words of my videos every single day. I'm doing videos every single day. I'm looking at myself doing these videos every single day on YouTube, and I'm learning how to actually perform and outperform people on YouTube. And people on YouTube can see I'm doing 1 hour videos and 1 hour videos and 1 hour videos and 1 hour videos. Actually, people have no time to read from me. They have no time to read in. You must understand that there's so much information out there that people have no time to read. Understand? So what I do is I go and subscribe to people that I want to read from, and I make sure that no matter what, that I tune into those informational centers whenever I can, and I make sure that no matter what, that you must understand to have mentors around you who are teaching you something around life, and make sure you're reading at least 1 hour a day. As Brian Tracy says, you must be reading and reading and reading and reading, and you must understand straight away that you must grow yourself in the best kind of manner, and you must understand straight away how it feels to grow, and make sure you're never wasting your lifestyle. Make sure you're never wasting who you are in terms of life. So make sure that you're always positive, and you're positive in the content that you're giving, and making sure that no matter what, that your life is moving forward in the nice and beautiful persuasion of your life, and making sure that every single day you're moving forward in what you love to do. I promise you now, every single day I'm learning that nice and beautiful phase of life, that my dream is to move forward. And as I move forward with my word I make sure I come back to the word I every single time I talk, and every single time I do something. My word I language is always useful. I'm always using my word I, and I'm making sure I'm making use of the word I always, to make sure that no matter what, that my life is nice and beautiful for myself, and to make sure that I can go and grow with you every single day. So making sure I'm always looking at the camera lens, because the camera lens is right here, and making sure I have to look at that nice and camera lens. I have to look at the camera lens to make sure that no matter what, that I'm looking straight at you, to make sure I'm having that interaction with you. Because if I look over here, which is me looking at my face right here, then there's no interaction between you and I. So I'm making sure I'm looking at the camera lens all the time when I'm talking to my videos and talking with you in my videos. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I go and grow myself, you just have to listen in to how I come back to the word I as I speak my videos. And as I speak to my videos like this, I'm looking to center myself in the word I always as I speak, because the word I is my foundation, and the word I is the compass. So I'm using the compass of my word I to find fractions and syllables and numerals of attempts and Roman numerals of life, to give you the words and encouragement around the word I, which is all the words. And I'm using the word I first and last, in terms of I start with the word I and I finish with the word I always, and I make sure that no matter what, that you guys understand that. I'm making sure that you guys understand that no matter what, I'm using the word I as my compass to use all the other words around it, and making sure that way I'm learning very quickly about life, and it's much more how I'm using the word I, and I'm using all the around words to make sure that no matter what, that I'm using sentences in between the word I, so I'm understanding straight away as I'm growing myself. I'm doing something different. So I'm making sure that my life is nice and beautiful for myself at least, and making sure that I have that nice and beautiful query to grow my life differently. And I'm making sure every single day I'm looking for a different way of life. So different ways of thinking and different ways of being, and making sure I have that nice and beautiful way of life to succeed differently. And I'm holding on to what I have in terms of life and making sure I'm giving it. I just have to pause the video because I've been drinking some water, and I understand my mouth is just getting some, unfortunately my mouth was getting some dry, and my mouth was getting dry, and that's why. And I realized what's important is understanding that no matter what, that if you're going for something nice and quick in terms of language, and that sometimes you may rumble or mumble in your language, so what you do is you come back to your words and try to speak those words out in a positive way, and try to speak much more words in different ways, and try to understand to speak quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker, and that way you're understanding quickness. And then you understand that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually love your life differently, and making sure that no matter what, that you're in the occasion of life differently, and making sure that no matter what, that you're speaking differences in terms of life, that you're making sure, and that you're making sure that no matter what, that there's plenty of time and space every single time to slow down sometimes, to speak much more positively in front of people is very important. So making sure that no matter what, that you're loving your life differently, and making sure that you're improving yourself is very, very curious, and it's very nice and beautiful for you to do that. And it's unfortunately now every single day you must understand every single day that if you want to go and grow yourself differently, that you have to go and understand to put the time in, and then you have to put the time in to make sure that your legacy is growing. So my legacy is growing, of course, because I'm growing my legacy daily, and I'm putting myself in a video program for 1 hour every single day. I'm trying to make up for it. I'm trying to learn much more of my life. I'm trying to put my life in a video. I'm trying to find the energy to do these videos daily, and I'm trying to actually just grow myself in the process of what's happening around me every single day. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm learning very quickly about learning how to actually persuade myself to actually keep going every single time, and learning how to actually find the nice and beautiful way of life to talk to you every single day, and to make sure that I'm encouraging myself much more. So I have to be encouraging myself. I have to be learning that nice and beautiful failure of the game of the life game of failure, and I have to learn everything about life and failure and everything about life. So every single day you must understand that if you're learning about anything that's nice and beautiful for yourself, then make sure always that you're taking your time. Be taking your time in ways that you're increasing your time, and you're just making sure that you have more time for yourself. And now if you have more time for yourself today, then guess what? Apparently that's good. Apparently the best way to understand life is that you have more time for yourself to do life. Apparently now I never have friends that I hang around with other than myself and my family, and I never hang around with anybody else because I have no time for them. And why is that? Because life is happening. Apparently life is happening, and there's no time for friends, for myself at least. For myself, I have friends with me and my father and my mother and my family, and that's it. I have no time for anybody else. You must understand, anybody who has time for me, I have time for them, but they have to find me physically in the physical world for me to be with them. That's it. You must understand, I have no time for them at all. I have no time for people. I have time for I only. And that's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly. I never approach other people first. I make other people approach me first, because that's how it is. Every single day I make sure that no matter what, that I'm very important in my life. I have to increase the time I have in my life, and I have to make sure that all the time that I have is going toward me so I can grow. So every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I pause my videos here and there, I'm making sure I'm just drinking some water. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that if you're growing yourself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, that you're opening up, and you're opening up your windpipe, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're speaking words of encouragement every single day, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life itself, and making sure that no matter what, that you have much more than enough success every single day to perform and outperform people, and making sure that you're always nice and beautiful for yourself in different ways is very important. But never let the dogs in, or your dogs or animals in, where they're fully dirty in the house. So sometimes it may be raining outside and there may be some dirt outside where your dogs were in the dirt, and your cats or dogs were in the dirt outside when when it was raining or something like that. And if you let them in, they may cause havoc in terms of your carpets may go into dirt and stuff like that. So unless you're happy with that. So for example, my dog over here is sleeping underneath the house because it's raining, and it's raining outside, and the dog has to come from the dirt into the house. So if we let the dog in, then what happens is the actual carpets become more dirt because of the dog. So that way you must understand that no matter what, I never let my dogs in, and I never let my dog in the house when it's raining outside, because it's never even my dog. But if it was my dog, I'll let my dogs in, I understand. But because it's my dad's dog, I understand that no matter what, that I'm just somebody who never lets a dog in if it's dirty. I try to wash the dog, and I try to simply understand that I try to clean the dog first before it comes in the house. I mean, that's how I feel, and that's how I understand straight away, how I'm understanding straight away that no matter what, that those people who have houses of your own, I mean, you have your own house and stuff like that, I mean, you can do what you want, but make sure that your dog and family, in terms of your family and your dogs and animals, are never making a mess in the room and stuff like that. So you can have a clean room, and so you can have a clean and nice and beautiful home for yourself. So make sure you're understanding straight away that what's important is making sure that your dogs and your family are never coming into the room dirty, in terms of with shoes on that's dirt all the way and that has all dirt on it and stuff like that. So make sure you leave the shoes out in the garden over there somewhere, and come back in the house with clean socks and stuff like that, so you can understand straight away that you can actually be good for yourself, and so you can understand straight away that you're learning very quickly about life. So I'm understanding anyway that what's important is understanding that no matter what, that if your word I is with you, then you have that nice and beautiful sense of appreciation for yourself, to grow yourself differently, and to make sure that no matter what, that you can always make sure that you can do it, and you can always make sure you can live your life differently, and you can make sure that you can positively talk all day long, and you have all day long to finish up the videos, and you have all day long to make a 1 hour video. And you have to understand straight away that no matter what, it's much more how you have to understand straight away how to actually grow yourself with the word I, regardless. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I'm growing my word I differently, I'm making sure I have more enough success over here with my following and what I have more enough success all the time. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning how to succeed. I'm learning how to become the best version of myself all the time. I'm making sure every single day I'm learning how to actually grow you. I'm learning how to grow you guys as an individual, and as an individual I'm learning how to actually help myself to grow, and that's it. You must understand, I'm learning how to actually penetrate myself to become the best version of myself. So as I become the best version of myself, I'm looking to help myself to deliver content, and looking to help myself to improve myself somehow. So as I improve myself somehow, I'm looking for better ways to improve always. So every single day I'm looking for myself. So I'm always understanding that myself is my word I. I'm always understanding, I'll come back to the word I, because that's who I am. But today I'm understanding straight away how I feel. I feel after this video I'm going to be doing some Brian Tracy nice and beautiful reading, and I'll just go over there with my dad over there, and I'll just sit down with him and I'll just relax for a bit, and then I'll have to go sleep. I have to go sleep very soon. I understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life over here. I'm learning how to actually help myself to grow, and I'm learning how to actually help myself with you guys to grow myself in different ways. So I have to move forward. I have to make sure that my life is moving forward in different ways, so I can actually grow you. See, so anyway guys, so for yourself to become popular these days, you have to understand that no matter what, that you have to go on YouTube, you have to go on TV shows. So anybody who's on a TV show today is popular. TV shows is the one where people get popular. And now people who are worth it on TV, people who are worthy of going on television shows today and who are able to go on a television show to be a host or something like that can be popular, I promise you. And now it's much more easier for you to understand straight away. For myself at least, I'm not the type of guy to go on a TV show. And why is that? Because I understand because I already have a YouTube channel, and that's my TV show, and that's more enough for me. But you must understand. But you must understand, although every single day I'm focusing on understanding that, I'm making sure that no matter what, that for myself at least, to go on TV shows and stuff like that, I can do life coaching on TV shows. But the thing is, I rather just go and do it on YouTube. And it's much more easier for me, and it's much more effective for me. And now I never do what's easier, I do what's more effective. I understand straight away that no matter what, I'm learning how to help you guys regardless of the situation, and understand straight away how I'm feeling. I'm feeling that I'm choosing my life. I'm choosing how I get to live my life. I mean, you understand? But every single day, everybody is different, and everybody's learning to live life alone, and everybody's learning to live differently. So what you need to do is you need to go and grow up in a different way, and you need to understand straight away how to grow yourself. So if you're understanding how to grow yourself every single day, then you're learning how to actually live life, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning every single day to make sure that you free up some space to do some music production and life coaching, and make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually do your music production as well, and make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're learning all the time that you understand I'm a music producer. So making sure that no matter what, that you guys out there have to become a music producer also in life, and make sure that no matter what, that you become an actor and singer as well, and try to act and sing and try to do everything you can to succeed, because that way you're going to prosper, and you're going to make sure that you're becoming abundant, and that way it works out for you, and it works out to make sure that no matter what, that you are living a great life. So every single time I'm learning how to actually dwell upon life. I'm learning how to actually put videos into minutes, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I really understand straight away how to actually do my life differently, and I'm making sure that no matter what I do, I'm looking for a better way. I'm looking for better ways of thinking. I'm looking for better ways of doing. I'm making sure I'm learning how to actually live my life to the fullest. I'm making sure every single day my life is different, and I'm making sure I'm learning how to persuade myself to do greater. I mean, I have to do greater. I have to make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about life and the art of courage and the art of respect and everything like that. So making sure that no matter what, that my life is full. I'm full of life. I'm full of the vibrance of life. I have different makings of what I want to say. So for myself, I have to plan different. I have to plan a different life. I have to plan something different in the video. I have to go and find something different to say. So that way I'm learning something different. I'm learning how today in my life, I'm understanding I learned some stuff over here. I'm making sure I've learned how to actually become better in my life. I'm making sure that you understand straight away that I no longer want to be in a television show in terms of life. I want to just be on YouTube shows. I'm making sure of that. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning every single day, I'm learning something. And that's because I'm doing my audio programs every single day. And because I do my audio programs every single day, I'm learning how to actually get ahead with the content. I'm learning that around 60 years of age for my life, I have plenty of time to go and do music production out and about. And I have plenty of time to do life coaching out and about as well for free, here and there. And that's because my mother owns a real estate apartment, and she has some real estate. So that's going to be mine very soon. And that way I'm learning how to accumulate rent for myself, and I'm learning how to actually do life greater. So I'm understanding straight away how I feel. And how I feel is I need to go and grow myself differently. So no matter what I'm doing, is I'm learning very quickly about tenants and how to actually get tenants and for myself and stuff like that. So I'm learning how to actually manage real estate. So as I manage real estate, I'm learning how to actually dwell upon something that's life. And I'm learning very quickly about life itself. Actually, I'm understanding straight away that if I'm learning about anything, I'm learning how to actually grow myself. See, so yeah. So every single day I'm learning how to actually grow myself. So as I grow myself, I come back to the word I again and again, so I can go and really deliver content. So no matter what I'm doing is the word I mean, the word I is something that's actually helping me move forward. So I'm understanding that if I go and do anything, I do the word I, guys, and making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to actually grow with my word I. So I'm understanding that if I do anything with the word I, I'm making sure that you guys understand that the word I is something that you need, and you need the word I in your actual daily language. So use the word I often, and make sure that no matter what, that exactly as I use my word I, I'm making sure that you understand I'm very positive with the scenario of the word I, because that way I'm teaching you how to use the word I. I'm teaching you how I use the word I in my basic life, so you understand straight away how to use your life in a similar direction. And make sure you understand straight away, I'm following Jesus Christ over here. I'm making sure you understand straight away I'm a Jesus Christ follower and I follow the 10 Commandments of God. And make sure you understand that's the 10 Commandments of the laws of Jesus Christ that he uses for himself. And never for you, but for himself. And he came here to give you his 10 Commandments of God so that you shall see the ideas. And you never have to follow it if you never want to, but make sure you understand I follow it. I follow the 10 Commandments of God because that's what I believe too. And I understand straight away that anything that follows the 10 Commandments of God is also Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand straight away that if you're following your heart and if you're listening to your heart, that you're always actually lifting yourself in the process of living life and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning the nice and beautiful fatigue and the nice and beautiful ways of life of living. And you must understand every single day, you must understand straight away how to live life and how to actually grow yourself. So no matter what, you're sticking to the words, and sticking to the words is the best way of attempt to make sure that you're moving forward, but making sure that no matter what, that you're enjoying yourself. And now if you're enjoying yourself, then make sure that no matter what, that you're learning that nice and beautiful happiness range that you have. And you have a happiness range to live life and to make sure that no matter what, that you're learning that nice and beautiful phase of differences to make sure that you can do whatever you need to do to succeed. And that way you're learning very quickly about life itself. So every single day I'm learning about life. I'm learning the different aspects of life. I'm learning how to actually grow myself. I'm learning for key differences. I'm making sure that there's something new to say every single day. And I'm learning something different. I'm learning how to actually be in a video camera for a bit of time. I realized that there's a big time to play in life. I realize there's a big area of life that you have to fulfill all the time, and that's your word I. So you have to understand straight away to never slow things down, but make sure you speed things up again and again. So you understand straight away to be someone all the time much greater, and that way you understand straight away that you're learning the key art of persuasion, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to love your life. So make sure you understand straight away how you have to act in front of people, and you have to learn how to actually love your life differently. Welcome you guys back to my nice and beautiful video. So what I want to do now very quickly is just open up very quickly to you guys to just show you guys very quickly about how to actually deliver content. So as I deliver content, I make sure that no matter what, that I'm looking for a better way to improve myself all the time, and I'm making sure that you guys understand straight away that what I do daily is help myself to go and come back into the word I, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about my life. So what I have today to do is a nice and beautiful way of life where I'm actually learning very quickly about my word I. I'm making sure I'm coming back to the word I. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm doing my synonyms today. I make sure I'm planning my life today. I make sure every single day I'm learning very quickly about life. So no matter what, every single day, guys, just understand I'm just connecting this video together to make sure that no matter what, that this video is nice and beautiful for you. So you make sure that no matter what, that every single day I'm learning very quickly about life. And I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful spontaneity going every single day to make sure that no matter what, that my word I is something that you guys need. So I'm actually learning. So every single day, that no matter what I do, I make sure that I'm always learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure that I'm never too much in repetition, but I'm making sure I'm repetitive in terms of what I'm saying in different ways. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that since I'm actually just waking up now, I'm understanding that no matter what, that today I have to go and also just make sure to plan my life out very quickly so I can go and do a greater job for myself, so I can understand straight away how I feel. So how I feel is very different in terms of my word I. I'm making sure you guys understand to reach for the stars and make sure that no matter what, that you have to go and grow yourself differently all the time, because growth happens to the best of us. And you must understand every single day that no matter what we're doing, is we're doing a different lifestyle all the time, and we're making sure that every single day we're learning something from nothing. And you have to understand straight away to learn something quickly every single day, and then combine the videos together and make sure that no matter what, that you have whatever you're doing in terms of whatever you want in terms of life, and it happens really quickly for you. So make sure that no matter what, that it's much more how it is.
And how it is, I feel, is making sure that no matter what, that if you're learning how to actually grow yourself, that you must understand to use grid lines in your videos. So I'm using grid lines in my videos to position myself in the middle of the video. So I probably should make sure you understand straight away how to record yourself in a nice and beautiful direction, and making sure that no matter what, that since you must be recording yourself, that you must be living the greatest lifestyle, of course, and waking up to the morning air and fresh air, and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life is something that you guys need to be doing. So make sure that no matter what, that if you're learning very quickly about life and you're learning something that is yourself in the midst of everything, you must understand straight away that no matter what you're doing, that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually lift yourself and other people in the process of living life, and making sure that no matter what, that you're actually learning very quickly in the notion of life. So right now I'm living much better than ever before. I have more money now than ever before. I am much more able to do whatever I want now, much more, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very much more how to expand my business and how to expand what I have. So no matter what, that I understand that education starts right now, and business education starts while you are doing your life much greater. So you must understand that what's important for me now is popularity, and being able to understand straight away to go and really find out much more about business. So if I was to become popular today, I understand that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel, that popularity is where the money is, and you must understand straight away that you have to create events around town regardless. So you still have to work a 9 to 5 job, and you still have to get yourself out of debt, and you have to understand straight away that it's much more appropriate for you to do so, and it's much more of what you need to do every single day of your life to make sure that no matter what, that you're doing a greater job for yourself in the process of what you're doing. So every single day I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that my nice and beautiful life is getting itself much more forward. I'm making sure that I love everything. I'm making sure every single day I do a nice and beautiful life coaching video for you guys every single day. And guess what? I promise you, every single day I'm learning very quickly about the notion of art and the notion of helping myself to public speak in front of people. It's something I need to do always. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I have time to actually deliver content. And today I have nice and beautiful reading to do. I have to do some reading today. I have to make sure I can sit down and watch these music producers produce music for a bit, so I can actually understand straight away much more about how I need to produce my own music. And then I understand straight away how to actually live my life differently. So if you are paying attention, and if you're giving attention, and you're never paying attention, you're giving attention. And now if you're giving attention to people who are actually growing your business, you must understand that's the best way forward. The best way forward is giving your attention to people and understanding straight away that you're learning very quickly something about life, and you're making sure that no matter what, that your life is moving forward in the best direction, and making sure that no matter what, that you have plenty of time and space and vigor to make sure that no matter what, that your life is learning, and you're learning about life, and you're learning something about life, and you're making sure that you're free to do what you ever need in terms of, you're free to do whatever you need to do every single day to succeed differently, and making sure that no matter what, that your life is nice and beautiful all the time, to make sure that every single day you're learning very quickly about the love and art of structure, and making sure that you're learning about different areas of life, and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to capitulate yourself into greatness. Unfortunately, now you must understand that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I'm learning how to actually grow myself in different ways. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to actually be positive with you guys. I'm making sure that I have plenty of time and space to actually give you guys my mindset. I'm making sure all the time that I'm learning very quickly about love and interest, and I'm making sure every single day I'm learning how to actually stay consistent with my YouTube account as much as possible. So I'm understanding straight away that since I'm actually doing as much as I can every single day, I'm making sure that all the time in my life I'm learning how to actually become free. And now, what kind of aspects do I come in terms of become free with? I become free from having to do something that's yesterday, but I just do something that's today. So make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to actually I'm understanding something now that I'm never doing yesterday, I'm doing today. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, today is where you want to be, and you want to be able to become someone who's a notion of yesterday in terms of today. And you want to be, I mean, you want to be able to understand straight away the notions of today in the moment, and making sure that no matter what, that you're in the moment and loving life fully and being to the fullest. I mean, you have to be to the fullest attempt, making sure that you're living life to the fullest always, so you can love your life. And loving your life in different ways is the best way forward. So every single day I'm learning that nice and beautiful architecture of life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that my life is nice and beautiful. And since I'm actually learning how to actually grow myself in different scenarios, I'm making sure that you guys understand that I'm learning very quickly about my language. I learn different language skills. I'm learning different ways of saying something. I'm learning how to dwell upon life greater. I'm making sure that no matter what, I have that nice and beautiful technique to give you, which is my communicational skills. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning that nice and beautiful failure of life. I'm learning how to fail. I'm learning how to actually do everything. I'm learning how to understand straight away how to go and grow myself. But I'm learning how to actually learn from the mistakes I make. And any kind of mistakes I make, I give it to you, and make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to reprieve much more. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I have an upheaval of success in my dictionary every single day. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly about life. So as I'm learning, I'm growing. I'm making sure that every single day, that when I'm growing myself, I'm learning how to actually speak to you guys on video. And I'm doing a great job for myself. I'm making sure that you guys understand straight away that no matter what I'm doing, that I'm learning very quickly about helping myself to live life much greater. And I'm making sure that I'm learning. I'm reaching for those nice and beautiful ideas. I'm making sure I'm coming back to the word I. I'm making sure that the word I is something that you need to explain for yourself every single day. So each time that you have in terms of life a word I in your language, or you must understand, you come back to the word I again and again to actually be speaking much more terms and conditions, and making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about ideas. And now if you're giving people ideas, you're actually learning, and you're actually doing your nice and beautiful job much better, and you're making sure that you have plenty of time and success and vigor and strength to make sure that you keep going every single day in a positive direction, of course. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about life. And that's it. You just make sure that no matter what, that you have you make sure that you have the nice and beautiful way of life to be able to give speeches around the world. I mean, go around the world giving speeches and give people more speeches. And why is that? Because you're going to be developing yourself, and you're going to be somebody who's actually worth it, and you're going to be someone who's actually much more capable of being able to stand up in front of an audience to actually give a speech for yourself. It's worth it. It's much more how you need to self-develop yourself, and that's why. Every single day that you're self-developing yourself and you're making sure that you're becoming the best version of yourself daily, that's the best kind of person you can be. And as Jim Rohn says, be all you can be. And you must understand that no matter what, if you can be all you can be in this type of lifestyle, honestly, just make sure that you're much better than yesterday, and make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly about courage and art and fame, and making sure that you have fortune in your life, and making sure that you're learning very quickly about life and success, because that's how you actually grow, and you grow yourself differently. And making sure the way forward that you're waking up to the potential of speaking more words, because it's the best type of way to do anything these days. And making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to never sleep in. And making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually grow yourself and to let time go by in a different direction, and making sure that every single day you're learning how to find the best kind of lifestyle forward. So every single time I look for the ideas to give you, and making sure that you understand, I am much more rather to give my words into an audio program and video program than to write it physically in a phone. I mean, in a sense, so I'd rather be talking to you guys via video programs and audio programs than having to write to you via physical format. So I'd rather never ever get my phone to write physically on the phone the words physically or electronically, I rather just write my words onto an audio program or video program rather than having to use my phone's keypad to write the words. You understand? Because it's much faster for me, and it's much faster for me to plan my life in audio programs and video programs than it is to write down physically into a phone some text. You understand? So that's how I feel life. I feel life is nice and beautiful for me. So every single day you guys understand something, that no matter what, that if you're learning how to actually speed up the process of life, that you're always talking on a video program like this, so you can do a greater job for yourself, and so that you understand straight away how to actually learn how to grow yourself. Actually, it's very important, and you must understand how to grow yourself in the process.